Hello everybody. Today we will be seeing a segment Protective Textiles, which is a part of technical textiles. The development in novel technology need to explore the unseen or unknown and unpredicted climatic changes has increased unexpected hazards, especially in workplaces to which humans are exposed. Hence, protective measures has become a key to all industries and special work areas. The need for protection has paved way for researches and development of protective clothing. The technical textile products under this category are fire retardant apparels and fabrics for furnishings, chemical protective clothing, high altitude clothing, ballistic protection clothing, bulletproof jackets, high visualized clothing, radiation protection clothing, and protection clothing against industries, chemicals and gases. Apart from that, we have protection clothing of gloves and helmets. Defense textiles is one of this, and you will understand that defense sector is the largest consumer of protective textiles. The protection textiles required in the defense sector are bulletproof jackets, NBC suits, high altitude clothing and fire retardant apparels. The workers' safety, the safety standards and increase in terrorist attacks created demand for protective products, especially clothing. Now we shall see the objectives of this segment. The main objectives of this segment is to understand the significant role of protective clothing and the prevention of them for human life, and to identify the various types of protective textiles and their uses. Now we shall see the definition for protective clothing. Protective textiles or Protec is a collection of various fibers, yarns or textile products and garments exclusively manufactured to save one from different types of climatic conditions, and on the other side ease the working conditions and also to protect them from any type of mishappening. Protective textiles include products used to help the worker to complete his assigned job without much difficulty in hazardous environment, and his clothing and accessories. Now we shall see the classification of protective textiles. All textiles and clothing material offers protection, only the type and degree of protection differs. Climatic changes requires textiles to protect oneself. In case of rain, a raincoat is used. During snowfall, a fur jacket which is specially designed to shed off snow is required. This type of clothing is also protective clothing, but the level of protection is low. Since these type of clothing and accessories are used in our day-to-day life, in this module we will concentrate on textiles used in special conditions like accidents, hazard environment. Protective textiles can be classified based upon the usage, like clothing used in moderate climatic changes. Example, summer or winter clothing used in case of environment related to extreme temperature changes, like clothing required at North Pole, mining areas, chemical industries, which are specially designed for the comfort of the wearer. These clothings can also be classified based upon the duration of usage as products for short period in case of fire accident, the flame-proof uniforms used by firemen, or items used for long term like glacier caps used by mountaineering persons. Another classification is based on the need of the product as protective clothing needed for the survival at a particular point, like nuclear, ballistic, biological or chemical jackets or masks, and products which ease the environment like gloves used by the farmers while spraying chemical manure. Now we shall see the different types of protective textiles one by one. Based upon the need and end uses, the types of products are gradually made out of specific yarns with special finishes. These products cover under all three methods of fabric construction, namely woven, non-woven and knitted. In special cases, the fibers are genetically modified fibers to upgrade protective textiles. Nanotechnology also plays a vital role in production of protective textiles. Now we shall see the first type of protective textiles, high altitude clothing. High altitude clothing or extremely cold climate clothing is used for protection from extreme weather conditions like high velocity wind, extremely low temperature and snowfall, especially in regions like the Everest. These clothing items are well supported with thermal protection devices which are mainly devised for preventing hypothermia, described as killer of the unprepared. It is a condition that occurs when heat lost from the body exceeds the heat gained through food, exercise and external sources. The high altitude clothing consists of glacier gloves, wrapping blouses, jacket trousers, glacier caps and waistcoats. The characteristics required for this type of clothing are resistance to quick wear and tear, hypopilic, abrasion resistance, moderate weight and thickness, breathability and maintenance of high integrity. Most thermal insulated properties are incorporated in clothing which are used during work to protect the wearer in case of accident or emerging immensely into cold water. The thermal conductivity yarns are integrated within the woven structure of the clothing used by airliners and Navy crew traveling to polar regions. Special finishes for maintaining heat has been imparted to these types of clothing. Microporous coating can be made by mechanical fibration, solvent exchange, solvent extract or phase separation. Lamination is one method of coating these fabrics. Specially designed floating vests are also used during water sports. The properties of these coats are high resistance to tear and wear, abrasion, UV rays, waterproof, lightweight and breathability. Usually these garments are made with polymers and given the required finishes. The next type of protective wear is survival suits and bags. Survival suits and bags are made from spun-bond polyphenol fibers and ammonized. In India, high-altitude suits are named Suit Iti, consist of 3 layers that conform to an extent cold weather clothing system. All the 3 layers can be worn depending upon the individual's metabolic response to cold climate and weather conditions. The outermost garment consists of PTFE sandwiched between 2 layers of nylon fabrics which act as breathable membrane. It is coated to give a fully windproof and waterproof garment. This helps to keep the inner shed thermal insulated intact through transmitting the moisture outward. Windstopper fleece is used to make the middle layer, which is extremely breathable due to PTFE membrane that helps to transmit the body moisture from the innermost layer to the outer shell. This middle garment is capable to achieve very high thermal insulation. The innermost layer is made up of knitted polypropylene tri-pile fabrics, enables to evaporate the wetting or sweat easily. For safety of these suits and easy transport, they are packed and stored in special bags. The bags used are also made up of PVC coated with suitable solvent. The size and color of these bags vary. The handles of these bags are made of high quality double plain nylon. There is a small pocket or pouch attached to the side of these bags to fix the name tag. It is made out of plastic. Some bags have provisions to carry paper and some important personal belongings. The major properties of these bags are easy to handle, water and fireproof, flexible, lightweight and thin. We shall see the next type of protective textiles, ballistic protective textiles. Ballistic protection includes guarding the wearer's body against fragments and projectiles of various sizes and shapes and impact velocity. The high density, low density and high modulus of elasticity make them capable to absorb large amount of energy. The ballistic protective clothing is made out of natural fibers like silk to metallic fibers like steel. The commonly used fibers are nylon 66, glass fiber and amide, automatic polyamide and ultra high molecular polyethylene. High tensile polyethylene fibers are chiefly used to make blast-proof vests. The outstanding elongation and elasticity of amide yarns give the best resilience to ballistic impact properties. Multi-layer of woven fabrics were used in traditional ballistic armors and bulletproof vests. The degree of protection is directly proportional to the number of layers. Neuropol coating is commonly used. Plain square weave is the most effective weave in ballistic protection. The bulletproof jackets are made from amides, nylon 66 or carbon fibers weighing about 5 kilograms. The jacket should be comfortable to the wearer, able to spread the projectile energy effectively, lightweight and facilitate body movement. Needle punch non-woven fabrics made out of high performance polypropylene films and polyethylene is claimed to provide brilliant ballistic protection as well as outstanding protection against sharp fragments by absorbing the projectile energy and deformation along with the low density, lightweight and thin construction. Very low mass per unit, felts are most effective material, but as the material increases, the woven textile stands superior to felts in performance. The key manufacturers of bulletproof jackets in India are Tata Advanced Material Limited, Southern Groups of Industry Private Limited and Isola India for glass-based bulletproof jackets. The next one is fire protection textiles. Textiles themselves are flammable material and can turn into prime source of fire in case of breakout. Flame and heat resistant textiles are chiefly used to protect fire, should prevent fire, flammability, melt, heat conduction and should not emit toxic fumes. This kind of textiles are largely used by firefighting personnel, offshore oil and gas ring workers and in airlines, ships, railways, offices, furnishings, hospitals and cinema multiplex. The two major classifications of fire retardant fabrics are natural fire retardant like glass fabrics and fire retardant coated fabrics. The inhead permanent fire retardant fabrics are modified polyester fibers. Fabric woven with inherent non-combustible gas fibers coated with exclusively water-based polymers is having the characteristics such as it does not melt, integrate, rot, dip, stretch or shrink. It is also distinguished for its low level toxicity of fumes emanations. Hence, it is used during the manufacturing of fire and smoke-proof curtains in ships, furniture barriers and cargo wrap in aircrafts. Amides, monoacrylic and polyamides are the other fire retardant fabrics. The ideal feature for fire retardant fabrics are high tear and abrasion resistance, high dimensional stability, anti-decay and anti-mold, breathable and comfortable, very low fume toxicity in fire, crease resistant, non-fading and excellent color tone. Tribedi Reliance, Netherlands BV brand is the world leader in fire retardant fabrics. Manufacturer of chemical coated fire retardant fabrics in India are Rajasthan Weavers and Spinning Mills Limited and Jayshee Textiles. The next type of protective textiles is in exposure to hazardous environment. Exposure to hazardous environment comprises of long-term exposure to mild conditions that is not normally associated with disaster or accident. This includes rain, fall weather, wind, extreme cold climate, high temperature, nuclear reagent, molecular melt slashes, chemical reactions, microbes and dust. Normally, modified polyester high performance fibers are used. In some cases, even natural fibers like silk blends, wool and glass fibers are used. These fabrics are woven, knitted or non-woven structures. The fabrics are usually coated with suitable solvents to resist the hazard conditions. The next type of clothing is high visibility clothing. High visibility clothing or reflectant wear is essential for protection of people working in poor light workplace like mines, airport runways and highways. The photoluminescence material absorbs artificial light and emits green-yellow light in darkness. There are generally three types of high visual clothing. Photoluminescence material which gives yellow light in dark, reflectant material which shines when struck by light, fluorescent material which is more visible during daytime, non-radioactive and non-toxic zinc sulfate crystals are used. Fluorescent materials have the ability to convert non-visible UV ray energy into visible energy which is useful during daylight. There are two types of high visual clothing such as suits with plastic tapes and suits with glass beads or Rioto reflective tapes which give visibility up to 600 meters. The technology encompasses of coating high reflective glass beads with a density of 50,000 tiny beads per square inch light. The characteristics required for ideal high visibility apparels are day and light visibility, lightweight, permissibility to air and moisture, comfort, universal one-size-fit-all design feature, durability and neatness with finished edges. The fabrics used for making high visual clothing is normally fluorescent polyester tricot fabric with 120 GSM with reflectant micro sheeting. The typical width of the reflectant tape is 5 centimeters. The fabrics used for manufacturing high visible clothing are imported from China and Korea. Next we shall see the clothing used against chemical protection. Chemical protection clothing is used for protecting the whole body from toxic chemicals and physical hazards. The chemicals can be absorbed into a human body either by physical contact or by inhaling. Hence, chemical protective clothes are specially designed to prevent the physical contact of toxic substances. The chemical protective clothing suits can be of durable type made out of permeable textiles such as rubber, PVC coated fabrics which block the penetration of chemicals through the fabrics. It is an effective method, but it does not permit moisture and air too. Thus, it leads to stress rather than becoming a breathable fabric. The next category is air and moisture permissible disposable type made out of non-woven fabrics and can be used only 3 to 4 times. Carbon coated materials were also developed. This includes carbon impregnated polyurethane foams, carbon coated non-woven fabrics, active charcoal cloth, and hard carbon microspace adhered woven fabrics. Durable type chemical protective clothing is having good demand in India. Cotton or polyester cotton based fabrics coated with PVC is used in India. The chemical protective clothing is used by workers engaged in petroleum, dye, paint, chemical and chemical product industries. The next one is industrial blouses. Industrial blouses serve as an item of protective accessory, cushioning and protection for hand from blows in heavy duty work for workers in factories, iron and steel industry, welding application, oil refinery construction, pharmaceutical industries and chemical industries can be obtained from industrial hand gloves. It protects the hands from spark, heat and rough objects. They are classified under thermal protection as well as cut clash protection. Gloves are made of cotton, asbestos, various types of leather, spanac and kelver. The construction methods of gloves vary as construction of leather, knitted, non-latex and rubber or latex gloves. They are available in various gauges and sizes. The characteristics required for gloves are comfortable and durability, mild heat resistance, protection against cut and hot slash, high abrasion protection and better grip and anti-slip coating. Amide gloves have temperature tolerance from 250 to 750 degrees and nitrile gloves protect chemical slash protect. The leading manufacturers of industrial gloves are Malcolm India Private Limited, Rajda Industries and Export Private Limited, Lumen India and KDM Impact Private Limited. Next we shall see the industrial helmets. Industrial helmets are being used for protecting head from exposure to hazardous environment at workplaces like mines or chemical industries. It consists of 2 layers, the inner layer made up of polypropylene or foam and the outer layer made out of steel fibers. Its primary function is to protect the skull and brain injury. The 2 kinds of helmets available are full-face helmets and open-face helmets. The full-face helmets have glass or plastic transparent cover across the face so as to enable the wearer to view. It is used while working underwater units, mines, chemical industries and welding units where the worker has more chances of coming in contact with fire or poisonous gases and chemicals. In some helmets, provision for light emulsion in form of torches are attached at the top to enable the wearer to see his surrounding and work with both the hands. The helmet is bound to the wearer's head by means of a strip of fabric which is made out of nylon, 6/6 or polyester and its blends. Mostly these strips are braided. Now we shall see the conclusion of this segment. Along with the development of technology, it is essential to provide safe and protective work environment. The new innovations in textile science has offered numerous manufacturing materials designed with specific spun yarns and bonded fabrics finished with novel solvents to provide protection against specific conditions such as extreme climate, war, heat, high darkness, biological and industrial harshness. Great care and advanced technology has put forth the development of protective wear which enable more efficient work from the men and thus increasing productivity. Thank you.